Lagos state government banned commercial motorcycles from some roads recently, and it threw many people out to work. Is the government considering re-permitting them to continue? There was also a rumor that the state was trying to set up its own commercial motorcycle business. Can you shed light on this? And I think this question is being thrown to the Lagos State Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzat as he clocked a 56th on September 19th to mark his birthday. And in an interview, this question was thrown to him that there was also a rumor that the state was trying to set up its own commercial motorcycle business, and he's been asked to shed more light on this. He said, "We are not trying to set up our own. If you recall, we have a traffic law of 2010 that actually restricted Okadas, commercial motorcycles and Keke Marwa commercial tricycles from 475 roads in Lagos. All the major high roads, expressways like the Lagos Badagry, Fusion Williams, Alfred, Rewani, and the bridges, Third Milan Bridge, and so on and so forth. So that has always been there. What happened is that we went back to that, but we as well noticing three things. The first thing is the usage of the tools by criminals, and secondly is even the rate of accidents. We have 27 general hospitals and close to 2,500 private hospitals. But forget about the private hospitals. For public hospitals, we were seeing enormous death on the average of 20 in a month because of Okada accidents. Not just injury, but death. So the question was, what should we do? Also, a report by the National Drugs Law Enforcement Agency (NDLA) stated that Okada was being used for gang activities, that even primary school pupils were being used to carry drugs. So no government will wait and say because people are making gain. The fact is that you have to believe, or you have to be alive to make money. If we had ignored the corruption of our children in primary school without doing anything, we would have been wrong. So the ban was more because of the security and protection of the environment, and you would have noticed that it was not even across the state. It was for areas we were seeing that surge. One of the things we did was the release of the bus rapid transit, which is BRT buses. Very soon, small buses will come in, and then, of course, taxis. So, in the building, the taxes, one of the things we are trying to do is how do we make sure that we are actually having production in Nigeria. So, we are talking to two companies, and very soon you will see activities. How do we get vehicles that are made in Lagos and carrying Lagos name? The cars being produced here, we have our children working there, and we are also learning. So it was more of building a bigger cake and stopping crime. So another question he was being asked is, it is interesting you mentioned crime because one of the problems commercial motorists are confronted with daily is the issue of AGBERO. Drivers complain about their extortion and so on. No matter what the government does, it seems it has not been able to solve that problem. What are the current efforts towards that? And the deputy governor said, Hamzat, we have all agreed that we will live by the constitution and laws. The National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, is actually a union recognized by law. I know some people say ban them, but the government must also be careful. When you just say arbitrarily ban them, what stops you from saying I want to ban Nigeria Medical Association (NMA)? Do you understand? There are times governments and NMA have issues. Does that mean they should be banned? They are expressing their opinion. They might be wrong or right, but they have the right to express those opinions. And then remember these people, NURWC, are Nigerians. They are our brothers and cousins. So one of the things we have been telling them is that if you are the chairman in AGBERO and we see that there are all sorts of contraventions in AGBERO, we will remove you as a chairman. We are not banning your opinion, but it means you are incompetent. So that is the outcome of one of the meeting we had with them, that if there's an infraction in any of the areas due to the executive in that area, then it should be resolved. And then we complain about our society. Why people fight on the road? We have all gone around the world, and it is only here we see people fighting on the road and tearing clothes off themselves. Why? That has to change. But changing that does not mean banning them. It is to make sure we find the time and interact with them and say, look, this is how it works. Remember during former Governor Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, when we started BRT, it was a tug of war, but we took the union to Colombia to see how the union were metamorphosed into owning the BRT. And so a lot of those blue buses at the time were owned by the union. We said, see, you can send your children to school by this. This is a job you can say you are proud of. Surprisingly, that paid back the loans. They paid back the loans for the buses quickly. The same thing is happening in the abattoir business. People say that they don't want the machines. Some of our brothers said it is un-Islamic that they want to kill the cow themselves. So we went to Kenya and Tanzania, and we saw Muslims killing in an automated way, and so they agreed. So it is a matter of engaging people and letting them see the reason they need to change their attitude. That is our way of doing things, not just say put them away. Okay. Nigerian Union of Road Transport and Works or whatever. They are AGBEROs. They are the AGBEROs, and we know what it means in Lagos. But now they say they can't ban them. They don't just. Why are you comparing them with medical people, Nigerian Medical Association? Why are you comparing AGBEROs with them? It's unfortunate. Well, we know what they stand for in Lagos. We know what they gain. The government tend to gain as far as these AGBEROs are concerned. Someone says you can't ban AGBERO because you be AGBERO. AGBERO are the problem of the state and Nigeria in general. The reason why they are still there is because they use them to win election in Lagos especially. Is this a leader? Hear this man comparing the prestigious Nigeria Medical Association with AGBERO Association. Hey, I said this. Well, I tell you, the quality of men that rules Lagos, the quality of men that rule Lagos, AGBERO has been sustaining Bola Tinubu dynasty. It will be suicidal to ban them. So guys, let us hear your opinion. Leave your comment below and let us have your take.